Hey everybody, my name is Locopojo, and welcome to the Eternal Card Breakdown. We have a little bit of news for today, so first things first, there's a new promo card. We're going to be talking about that right now. And second thing, there is a new event coming up. It is a Commander-style event where you pick a hero card, and you are able to play decks that share a color with that hero card. I believe it's any color, but if you have, like, say, a red-green hero, you have to have at least, like, red and green in your deck, or at least one of those colors in your deck. So basically, you'll be able to, like, pull a card out of your, like, sort of for 2, you can pay to just put that card into your hand, and yeah, you can basically just have your own specific hero that you grab. In addition, it's going to be singleton format, so this should be, you know, very similar to Commander or EDH from Magic. I am looking forward to it. It's going to be a delightful time. We're definitely going to play some interesting games with that, but mostly I wanted to talk about Milos, so let's go ahead and talk about that. So Milos' Unwavering Idealist has popped out on to the Eternal World. There is a story down in the description below, basically like just adding him into the coastal rebellion. I think we all knew this was going to happen, so like, yeah, Milos is basically just fighting in the coastal rebellion, and the card is 3 cost 1/1. Whenever you play another unit, it gets strength and health equal to Milos's strength and health. So we've seen a couple of cards like this before. I think the worst one was Darkclaw Ravager, a 2/2 that had the ability to basically, like, whenever you play a dinosaur, I think at night, it got strength equal to Darkclaw Ravager's strength. But Milos is a little bit different for a number of different reasons. First things first, it's in Rano, which means that it plays very well with all of Rano's many Warcry spells and abilities. So the thing you're probably going to be seeing the most out of Milos is playing him in decks that have Highland Sharpshooter, Crownwatch Paladin, Rano Outlaw, Crownwatch Deserter, Oni Ronin, the Oni Samurai, I believe it's called, and basically all of those, like, fun Warcry cards that allow you to play big units and get big results from it. So if you throw a Milos down on top of that, then you get to do some neat things with your next unit, and basically all of your Warcries become permanent Warcries in the same way that Navani will buff other Warcries, like, you know, so there's a little bit of, like, permanence to it. Of course, if Milos doesn't stick, then you don't get any of the benefits, which in Rakano aggro tends to be a thing that happens a lot. A lot of your units are going to get murdered by other things, so as a 3-drop, I'm very curious if this is going to be stat-wise capable of playing the aggro game. That being said, there are some other tricky things that you can do with Milos. This card plays really well with anything that generates large amounts of units, specifically things like if you want to raise an army of sheep, or play around with grenadins or rats. If you want to play in Winchest with rats, if you want to play with grenadins using assembly line, or perhaps grenadin drone, if you want to do anything where you basically just create a large amount of dudes, then Milos is going to help you out with that quite a bit, because Milos is capable of basically just playing into really angry, scary things. I think my favorite one that I saw suggested was Sea of Teeth, which creates 5 1/1 killer units. Milos Unwavering Idealist will at the very least buff all of those up by an additional +1/+1. So there's a lot of interesting, fun things that you can do, because Milos allows you to guarantee Warcries on particular things, provided you can in some way buff Milos. So, yeah, he's a pretty cool card. I would say that he's probably not, like, top-tier aggro, so it's going to be hard to find a deck for him that specifically fits that kind of aggressive style, but I would say that if you want to do interesting shenanigans, Milos definitely has some potential, and that gives us more interesting tools for Rakano control, something that I have been, like, sort of, I've been talking about Rakano control since, like, set 4, I think, or since set 1 through set 4, and then, like, set 5 came out, and now we actually have Rakano control, and it's really, really good, and, like, just basically display of ambition and all of the Winchest stuff has sort of made that kind of, like, mid-range E2 control stuff very, very possible and very, very capable, so we don't really need cards like this anymore, but this is still, like, the kind of exciting style that I like, where you're making, like, these weird sort of halfway mid-range units. So definitely play around with it a little bit. I really want to see some people build sheep decks. That's my favorite concept for Milos right now is just like using Tendaflock and Kriva to make just tons and tons of scary sheep. Kriva Crimson Scythe in particular is delightful with Milos Unwavering Idealist, because every single time that she plays, she makes a sheep, and then the sheep gets Milos's abilities. So if Milos has buffs from, say, a Highland Sharpshooter, then you get to have tons of killer nonsense sheep. So we're going to be building decks like that. We'll probably be showing off something along those lines in a couple of days when we actually have copies of Milos to play with. But yeah, seems like a fun card. Not a bad addition to the current meta. Rano didn't need anything super strong, so I'm not sad that this is not a terribly strong card. And it is a pretty fun card, so I'm hoping that it does open up some interesting new setups. Overall, like, very solid promo. Very happy that it's out. So other stuff that's happening, yeah, there's the Commander event. I hear there's maybe going to be some info on the community store, which we're hoping will change up soon. I'm not sure when that's going to happen, but we will see. And beyond that, like, we're making up new brews. We're currently building up the Azindil's path list, and I'm hoping to get some brews done this weekend to put out for the next week or so. So looking forward to that. You can check me out on Twitch. We've been streaming pretty much non-stop. I took today off and we'll probably be playing some Divinity or something like that, but we are going to be playing again on Friday and again on Saturday. Should be a lot of fun. We'll be playing with Milos and maybe making some very silly sheep decks, so looking forward to that. Beyond that, like, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the new card, and I hope you guys enjoy the Commander event this weekend. So have a really good time, and I will see you all next time with more Eternal Brews, card breakdowns, and all of those other delicious things. See you then, guys. Have a good one. Cheers.